Agrithorn, the hidden nature of reality. For most of history, humanity has believed that the universe exists as a fixed, objective reality independent of us. But modern quantum physics challenges this assumption in surprising ways. What if reality is not something happening outside you, but something deeply connected to your awareness? This idea is echoed not only in science, but also in ancient contemplative traditions. Together, they suggest that consciousness is not a byproduct of the brain. It is the very foundation upon which experience unfolds. Rather than seeing yourself as a small individual living inside an enormous universe, this perspective invites you to consider that the universe itself appears within awareness. Once this shift is truly understood, it changes the way you experience life forever. Reality stops feeling like a rigid external structure and begins revealing itself as a living, participatory process in which observation and consciousness play a central role. The quantum observer effect. One of the most fascinating discoveries in quantum physics comes from the famous double-slit experiment. Scientists found that tiny particles like photons behave as waves of possibility when they are not observed. Yet the moment they are measured, they suddenly collapse into a single, definite state. Even more astonishing, later experiments, such as Wheeler's delayed choice experiment, suggest that present observations can influence how particles behaved in the past. These findings challenge the idea that reality exists in a fixed form before it is observed. Instead, they point toward a participatory universe where observation plays an essential role in shaping events. Although physicists still debate the meaning of these experiments, they expose a profound mystery at the heart of existence. The world may be far less solid and independent than we have always assumed, inviting us to rethink our relationship with reality itself. Awareness beyond the mind. Ancient wisdom traditions, such as Advaita Vedanta, have taught for thousands of years that the separate self in the world of objects are appearances arising within a deeper awareness. Neuroscience offers an interesting parallel. Research shows that when people become aware of emotions like fear instead of identifying with them, activity in the brain's fear centers decreases. This simple shift changes the nervous system itself. Rather than becoming trapped in cycles of fear, anger, or anxiety, awareness creates space where emotions can naturally transform. Instead of believing I am afraid, you begin noticing fear is appearing within awareness. This subtle change breaks the feedback loop that keeps suffering alive. As awareness expands, perception becomes more flexible, allowing the body and mind to respond with greater clarity, resilience, and emotional balance. Consciousness shapes experience. Most people believe that external circumstances determine how they feel. This perspective turns that belief upside down by suggesting that consciousness comes first, while experience reflects the quality of our awareness. Our emotional state influences the body's physiology, including the heart's electromagnetic field, which affects both our own nervous system and our interactions with others. Real transformation does not come from controlling the outside world, but from changing the way awareness meets experience. To support this shift, the video introduces a practice inspired by the Tibetan Buddhist tradition of Tonglen. Instead of resisting uncomfortable emotions, you gently breathe into them with full awareness, then exhale openness and spaciousness around them. Over time, emotional resistance dissolves, fixed patterns soften, and difficult experiences lose their grip. This practice transforms suffering into greater freedom and presence. The illusion of separation. Physicist David Bohm proposed that reality consists of two interconnected levels. The visible world of separate people and objects is the explicate order, while beneath it exists the implicate order, a deeper field where everything is fundamentally connected. Quantum entanglement provides a striking example, showing that particles can remain mysteriously linked across vast distances. This challenges our everyday belief that separation is absolute. According to both modern physics and contemplative traditions, the feeling of isolation is not an ultimate truth, but a perception created by the mind. As awareness deepens, these boundaries begin to dissolve, revealing an underlying unity that connects all life. The sense of being an isolated individual gradually gives way to the realization